back, everybody. So we are currently probably 3 weeks after the Delirious West now at this point. Consistency coming back with the running, trying to get back running every day. Still doing very low Ks and extremely low effort, so the heart rate is kind of in recovery mode. Today's video, I've been really thinking about what we would like to do the next few videos on, and certainly if you want to leave any suggestions down below, please do. But what I've decided on is the kind of 5 things that I think made my race successful, the Delirious West 200. There was quite a few things, but I have it narrowed down to the 5 things that I thought was, and I think I'll cover them over the next couple of weeks, guys. I'll break them into a few different things just so that I'm giving it the actual attention that they deserve. First one, definitely the low heart rate training and kind of the training in general. I do believe this was probably the biggest singular thing that I changed from the year before. Obviously I didn't get injured, big difference as well in the time, but just the fact that I felt fitter going into it from the months of training that way, and also on the race day I felt the first day being really controlled and really sensible paid dividends to the race in general. Second thing that we'll talk about is kind of gear, and especially footwear, because I look at a lot of people out there that had a lot of issues with the footwear, whether it's blisters on feet, whether it's injuries to the lower limbs, whatever. And I suppose after 2019 Delirious West, I made the call to go with a pair of Hokas, extra wide shoe that I knew fitted well, and then it was pretty much a case of running in them for a whole year. I didn't change shoes, I didn't change types, so we'll go into that on the gear as well, but as I say, particularly shoes. And then I suppose the next aspect that I think played a huge part is the planning for the race. Not just the planning for race day, but obviously the planning for the program and how my build up went to the race. So I'll go into that in a bit more detail. The other thing then is nutrition. Me, I feel that my nutrition plan worked really well this year. I had no issues with kind of not feeling that I was getting enough nutrition in, and I certainly didn't feel like I had any gut issues or anything. So that's the fourth thing I think worked really well. And look, the last thing, and I know I'm going to have to do without this at some races, is certainly my crew and my pacers. So that'll be the 5th thing that I'll touch on over the next few weeks. As I say, I'll do a video on each of these topics to give them the full kind of attention, as I say, that they deserve. Especially anybody that's thinking of doing the Delirious West now next year, or has got kind of a good training block up to these events, and get them 5 things nailed down and running right early out. get plenty of experience and plenty of training with your low heart rate. As I say, still think the biggest change that I made from the previous year, that along with the footwear, kind of a month or two out from the Delirious West 2019, I was still contemplating what footwear to wear, kind of had I got it right, trying 3 different shoes, and I think that definitely probably played a little part in the injury come on the 2019 race. So really I just want to highlight these things, so that there are certainly the things that I think led to a successful 2020 Delirious West for me. And whenever I say successful, I'm talking in terms of, one, I reached the goal that I had set for myself, and at the time it was a big call, you know, after finishing 2019 in 100 hours. I took a long hard look at myself. I took into account that I knew the injury played a part. Still the first 200 miler I'd ever done, but I took a look at what I felt deep down inside I was capable of, that was going to push me to improve, and that certainly get me focused on my training. And obviously, as you all know, I told everybody about the goal. That helped to keep me accountable. Do I think telling people your goal is the best way to go? Yeah, I do. As I say, more people that know what you're aiming for, the more realistic you're making it. But the important thing is not being frightened to fail. I said it a few weeks before in one of my videos that, look, if things don't go right, if I don't hit my goal of 80 hours, then as long as I run the best race I can at the time, I'll be happy. So that's certainly why I'm saying that it was a successful race. It's not because of anywhere where I finished in the rankings. It's not because the time difference from the year before. It's purely because I felt like it was as good a race as I could have run this year under the circumstances. So obviously the other things that made it successful, and I believe made it successful, is the fact that overall, in general, a week later I'm back running again. Fitness wise, it didn't take as much out of me this year as it did in the 100 miles. Now, is that because I was finished 22 hours quicker? I don't know. But what I do know is body has bounced back really well. So the training's working. I know that. I feel fitter and stronger than I have in a long time. So that's why I want to really break it down and go into the details of what I thought worked well for me, so that all these people out there that's following, wanting to try these things out, have the right information. So look out for all that coming up in the next couple of weeks. The other thing I just have to touch on is, obviously, I've said about the free coaching for the subscribers and giving back. 3 people will get that one-on-one coaching and kind of the experience that that I've used last year to build on a successful race for them, whatever the event or distance is. 6 people in already, which is good. So if you want to be in with a shout for that, leave a comment on what race you'd like to train for and why you'd like the coaching. Make sure you've subscribed, and my way of giving back, guys. So thanks for watching, and first low heart rate recap will be coming up in a couple of days. Chat soon. Enjoy the trails.